His name is Charlie Gordon. He's 19, about 5'6", dark hair and dark eyes. I say fairly good looking. And he's mentally disabled.
Have you brought him with you, Miss Kinnian?
Bert's taken him up to the lab to run some tests.
Oh, do you happen to know his IQ?
68.
And how did you meet him?
I teach this class for autistic adults, Dr. Strauss. One night, Charlie came thinking that he could read and write. He bought a newspaper on his way to school thinking he could read it on his way home.
Miss Kinnian, our subject must be able to read and write. We need him to have a journal of his reactions.
Oh, he can now, Professor Meemer. About at a 3rd grade level. He's very eager to learn, so anxious. That's why I wrote to you when I heard about this project.
Has he any family?
If he has, he's lost track of them. They put him in an institution years ago. This woman who runs a bakery got him out and gave him a job. Exactly what operation is this?
It's very new.
So far, we've only done it with mice.
Mice?
But it's been very successful. We have a mouse in the laboratory now. My lab technicians call him Algernon. His intelligence has increased threefold and is still growing.
Can you explain this operation to me?
It's too complicated for a layman to understand.
Put it simply, we removed the damaged portion of the subject's brain by surgery. Then, by a chemical injection, revitalize the remaining brain tissue, permitting it to produce brain proteins at a supernormal rate.
You're right. It is too complicated for a layman to understand.
If the operation is a success, it will increase the patient's mental capacity, perhaps to the level of genius. And we think it would happen very rapidly.
Genius? And he can stay this way permanently.
We have every reason to believe so.
But what if the operation isn't a success?
There may be no effect at all. Or his intelligence might improve temporarily. Or it might make him worse.
What would happen to him then?
Miss Kinnian, we would not proceed with the operation if we were not reasonably sure of its success. However, we are aware of the possibility of failure, and provisions have been made to secure the patient's future in that event.
Perhaps I should have brought Charlie here.
There's inevitably some danger in exploring new fields, Miss Kinnian. But if Charlie is chosen to make succeed, he will have more than a new life. He will have a life. And even if we fail, we'll have made a greater contribution to mankind than most normal people can ever hope to do.
I hope I'm doing the right thing. Just make yourself comfortable, Charlie.
You want I to open my mouth and say, ah?
Why would I want that?
That's doctors. Open your mouth and say, ah.
I'm not a doctor, Charlie.
You have a white coat.
Well, that's because I work in a laboratory. Now just relax.
It hurts when they say relax.
It won't hurt, Charlie. There's nothing to be scared of.
I know. I brought my lucky rabbit's foot.
Good. Now we're just going to run some tests.
When I was a kid, I always failed tests, in school.
Well, this is different. It's called a Rorschach test.
Rorschach?
Yes. You just look at these cards and tell me what you see.
That's the test?
Yes. Look at this, Charlie. What might this be? People see all kinds of things in these ink blots. Tell me, what does it make you think of?
Somebody spilling red ink on a white card.
Think, Charlie. Imagine there's something there.
I imagine an ink blot on a red ink blot on a white card.
Look at this, Charlie. Does this remind you of anything? Pretend it's something.
I pretend.
Yes?
I pretend a bottle of red ink spilled all over a white card.
All right, let's try the other one. Charlie, this is called a maze.
I don't see no pictures.
No, this isn't a test. It's a sort of game. See, there are all these little alleys here, and the mouse starts here and has to find all the openings on all the walls, and it has to get through all the way to here. That makes a spell ring, ding, 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 and then he gets a prize. Some cheese.
No mouse could find all of them holes.
Charlie, this is Algernon.
Hi, he's cute.
Okay, watch. Algernon, go. Ding, ding, ding.
Boy, that's a smart man.
Would you like to race him?
I couldn't fit in there.
No. I'll show you how we do it. On this paper is the same arrangement as Algernon's maze. You take this pen and you will draw a line from here to here, but you mustn't go over any of the printed lines.
And whoever gets to the end first wins.
Correct.
But I don't like cheese.
That's all right. We'll just see who wins.
Okay.
Okay. Ready, set, go.
I can't.
Go back. Find a way.
Oh, here.
Ding, ding, ding.
And no mice were so smart.
Well, this one's had a lot of advantages.
Does that mean I won't get the operation because I lost?
No, Charlie, this was just to test your perception. To test you.
Oh, I could do better. Because I want the operation. I want to be smart. I could watch Algernon all day. I could learn how to finish the maze. Even if it took me a long time. I can do it. I could do it.
Okay. Well, we'll just have to see what Professor Newmar says. Wait here, Charlie.
That's why the eye trick is red.
He's as strong as a horse, good-willed, and very anxious. I think he's the most likely prospect we've seen.
All right, Charlie Gordon is our man.